All right. Hi, ladies. How are we doing today? Let me know. I'm doing really good. I just want to let you know if you're joining me live, please say hi in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, just put hashtag replay in the comments so I can see who watched. And feel free while I'm doing this to comment, to ask questions. And just interact because I like it when you guys do that. All right, so today we're talking about how you can start living like your life depends on it, because it does, right? Your life depends on how you live. um, and so let me explain what I mean by that. So if you started every day thinking about how your choices, your habits, all the things that you do on a daily basis affect your health, do you think that would make a difference in the decisions that you make? Like if you started every day just thinking, okay, how is this decision going to affect my health? How is this decision going to affect my health? How is this habit going to affect my health? Like in the short term, but also in the long term. Like if you thought of all your decisions that you made, and your habits and all the things that you had to make decisions on, if you thought about how that affected your short term and long term health, would that make a difference in how you made decisions? Let me know in the comments if you think, if you thought that way, would that make a difference in how you made decisions or what decisions you made? So, um, a lot of times we don't start really getting serious about changing our health until we have a health issue, right? And that was me. Before I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes, I would try different ways to lose weight and feel better, and try to be healthy. But it wasn't until I had that health scare that I really got serious about getting healthy. Like it was really my wake up call. And I think that that is true for a lot of people. You don't really see the need. You don't really you don't desire to get that serious about your health until, you have some kind of issue or you have something that's bothering you that you don't want to live with, that you feel like you can't live with for, long term. So I think that's when we tend to start changing our health and getting serious, just like I did. Um, but even if you've already been diagnosed with a health issue or multiple health issues, the good news is it's never too late to make a change. And, um, you know, that should give you a lot of hope. That should give you a lot of motivation that, um, even if you already have these health issues, even if you already have multiple health issues, the good news is you can always make them better. You can always make a change, um, no matter how far down you are, right? Um, so our bodies work really hard to keep us healthy and as healthy as possible. They are always working to get us to like the optimal level, to a normal level of things. And and when we start making choices that can help make it easier for our bodies to do that, then our bodies don't have to work so hard, right? And we start feeling better really quickly. So whatever we can do to kind of help our bodies so it doesn't have to work so hard to maintain optimal levels and optimal, health, then we start feeling better. because we don't feel so run down and so tired and exhausted because, our body's not working as hard if we're helping it with our habits and the things that we're doing, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So, so when we can help our body so it doesn't have to devote so much energy to keeping like systems working normally, then that's when it can focus on healing and burning excess fat. So as long as you have like a health issue or something that's going on that your body has to put all its attention to like if it's diabetes, for example, your body is constantly working on burning that sugar to get your blood sugar back to normals. Well, if it's always focusing on that and you're not helping it, by what you're eating and your stress and your lifestyle and all that, by the decisions that you're making, if you're not helping it with balancing your blood sugar, keeping it normal, then that's all it's going to focus on is that's going to be its number one focus, is that blood sugar. And so when its number one focus is keeping your blood sugar normal, or getting your blood sugar down constantly, then it's not going to focus on burning fat. It's not going to focus on healing things that need to be healed. And so that is why we need to be helping our body by the decisions that we're making. So, um, you know, uh, so the more we can do, the more decisions we can make to help our bodies function normally, then it doesn't have to work so hard. So the way I think about it is, on the topic of, living, how to start living because your life depends on it, right? I think about it like I want to live as long as possible. I want to live as long as possible, not just exist as long as possible, because there's a huge difference between those two. So what I mean is, I don't want to live a long life if it means the last 20 years of my life is going to be spent suffering, or I'm going to not be able to enjoy my life. I don't want to just exist. I don't want to have to depend on people to take care of me, and me not be self-sufficient. That is not living to me. That's existing. And I don't want that. I want to live as long as possible, not just exist. Um, so I want to be healthy so I can do whatever I want to do for as long as possible. And I'm sure you guys do too. You want to be able to go and do what you want to do. I don't want I don't want my health to hold me back from playing with my grandkids when I'm older, or traveling, or doing whatever it is I want to do. I don't want my health to hold me back, and I'm sure you guys don't either. I don't want to spend my life, especially, um, as I get older, I don't want to spend my life going to doctor appointment after doctor appointment. I don't want to have surgeries. I don't want to take medications. That's not what I want. I don't envision my life being like that. I don't want that. And I'm sure you guys don't either. Wouldn't you rather be, making memories with your loved ones and traveling and doing things that you really want to do, especially when you retire and you don't have to work anymore? Like, what would you rather be doing? Spending time with the people you love, traveling, doing things, hobbies and things that you want to do, or going to doctor's appointments and having surgeries and having to recover from surgeries and taking medications. Like, no one envisions their life being like that. But based on our habits and the decisions that we make now, that, that happens. That's what it depends on. The decisions that we make now in our lives, um, they that is what either causes us to have a life where we are always at the doctor, having surgeries, taking medications, or have a life where we're doing the things that we want to do. We have a rich, full life. We're living life, not just existing, right? So that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the habits, the best habits that you can start including in your life to help you, like to help add years to your life, to help add life to your years. So, um, so I think I've got 3 habits, maybe 4. Um, the first habit I'm going to talk about is movement. Okay. And I know this one, everyone knows, move your body. But research shows that getting movement in your day adds at least 5 years to your life. Is that not amazing? If you get consistent movement, like daily movement every day or most days, that can add 5 years to your life. So when we move our bodies consistently every day, it reduces our risk for heart disease. And I think that's the biggest thing that those studies show is that if you're moving your body and you're getting your heart rate up, then that is going to help reduce your risk for heart disease. And you only need like 30 minutes a day of getting your heart rate up, doing some kind of movement. Um, and that's going to add years to our lives. And it doesn't matter what kind of movement is what they discovered. You can do whatever you like as long as you're moving your body and it's, kind of getting your heart rate up some. So you can walk, bike, strength train. That even gets your heart rate up. Some people don't think that that's like a good for your heart, but it actually is. It does get your heart rate up. You can do yoga, even any kind of movement you like. Even it doesn't have to be like a formal exercise. It can just be throughout the day, like going up and down stairs and whatever it is that you can fit in. The point is just to not just sit all day, but try to get some activity into your day. And that can add 5 years to your life. So the next habit that will add years to your life is getting 7 hours of sleep consistently. So that is the key with these habits is you want to consistently do these. You can't if you do them and then you quit and you don't keep it up, then it's obviously not going to add as much time to your life. But if you can get good with these habits and really get consistent with them, that's what's going to really add to your life, right? So if you can make it a habit to get at least 7 hours of good sleep, like high quality sleep consistently, then the research shows that can add 3 years to your life. And I think that's pretty good. Just sleeping more, like, I love to sleep. So I think um, a pretty, I say pretty easy one just to sleep more. I know it's not always that simple because, we have children that wake up and pets wake us up and all that kind of stuff. So, um, I know it's not as simple as like, oh, just get 7 hours of sleep. You really have to set the mood, set the, optimal environment for getting good sleep. But so this adds 3 years of your life. And this is because when your body repairs, um, restores and resets it. Like that's sleeping is when your body repairs, restores, and resets itself. So if we don't get enough sleep regularly, then it will compromise how well your entire body functions. So if you have trouble falling asleep, one of the best things you can do is work on your light environment. And I've got YouTube videos on that where I go more into depth on it. But your light environment is very important for getting optimal sleep, for getting enough sleep, for getting good quality sleep. And what I mean is, you need to try to get sunlight in your eyes as early as possible when you wake up. Like in the morning, try to get that sunlight. And even if it's a cloudy day or it's raining, still, if you just go out there or stick your head out the door and look at the sky, then you're going to get some sunlight in your eyes, whether it's cloudy or rainy or whatever. And that's gonna it's like a sign to tell your body that, okay, it's time to wake up. And and so then your body knows, okay, it's daytime and it's time to wake up. And and you only need like a just even if you can just stick your head out the door for like a minute and like look at the sky, that will help your body wake up, and that's going to help balance your circadian rhythm. So when it comes to going to bed at night, then your body's going to have an easier time. And we're going to talk about some tips for nighttime too. But but that is one of the most important things, is to signal to your body, go outside, look, get some sunlight in your eyes, and that will signal to your body that it's time to wake up. It is daytime. So then you'll feel more awake than you would if you just, um, stayed inside, didn't, didn't get sunlight, got artificial light instead. Um, that's not as good as getting natural sunlight. So, um, so then at night, what you can do is try to get less bright light. And this starts preparing your body for sleep at night. When the sun starts going down, that means you need to start getting less sunlight. Uh, and doing that is going to tell your body to get ready for bed. And there's several things you can do at night to help prepare yourself for sleep, to help prepare your body so you can fall asleep easier. And the first thing to try is, if you're going to be on electronics after dark, put them in night mode. There's a night mode. I have my computer monitor, my phone, my iPad, everything goes to night mode once the sun sets. That's what I have it set to. There's a setting. You can say, well, when the sun is setting, that's when I want it to go to night mode, and it will do it. So put your electronics on night mode, and it will put out less blue light. So then you're not getting that artificial stimulating blue light from your electronics, and that's going to help calm you down. It's going to help your stress levels and your cortisol go down and all that, and help get you prepared and relaxed for bedtime. And the other thing you can do is wear some blue light blocking glasses at night when you are on electronics, or even like I wear them around the house at night, because we have like a really bright light in our kitchen. And when I'm doing dishes after dinner and things, I'll put my blue light blocking glasses on, because I'm trying to calm down. I'm trying to start getting ready for bed. And so you can get a pair of blue light blocking glasses and just wear them as the sun starts going down. And then when you go to sleep, make sure there's no annoying lights like from your alarm clock or from, the curtains being open a little bit or whatever it is. Because believe it or not, you may not think that those lights bother you, but they do. They stimulate your body, like, so then you stay awake longer. You have a harder time going to sleep if you have those little lights and things in your bedroom. And so one of the things, like, if you can't get rid of all those things, if you don't have like those curtains that block out all the light, or you have lights that you have to have on, little lights and things, then you can get some like a sleep mask. You can put on a sleep mask, and that'll block out all the lights. It'll be dark enough so you can fall asleep easier. So try those things for getting better sleep, because a lot of times I've found that when I tell people that and they try it, they actually have a much easier time falling asleep, and then they get much better sleep if they try these little things, working on their light environment and reducing their blue light, getting sunlight in the morning, and all these things. This really does help with their quality of sleep. So try those things. And okay. And the next habit, which I think is just the easiest thing and it adds years to your life, is to floss every day. And I'm very guilty of this. I didn't start really flossing daily until probably my late 20s or early 30s. I didn't realize how important it was. I really didn't. And so, but now I do it at least once a day, if not twice a day. And so just flossing once a day can add 3 to 5 years to your life. And that's what numerous studies have been showing. And the reason is because gum disease is linked to cardiovascular disease. And I'm sure a lot of you know that already, but that is the reasoning behind, you know, if you're a flosser, if that's a habit of yours, then you're gonna live longer because it reduces your chances of getting cardiovascular disease. And I mean, you're already in the bathroom brushing, so why not floss? It takes 30 seconds. So start doing that, because that's really one of the easiest ways, I think, to add years to your life. Try to do it at least once a day, and if you can't, twice a day is best, they say, but at least once a day. And I always do it like before bed, because I don't do it first thing in the morning because I haven't eaten. So I always do it before bed when I've had a full day of eating, and then I get everything out of my teeth. But just to try it at least once a day whenever you can fit it in. And then the last habit that I want to talk about, and this studies show this adds at least 14 years to your life. 14 years. So that's dramatic. And does anybody want to guess what this is? This last habit? Put it in the comments if you know what it is. It adds 14 years to your life. This habit that I'm talking about impacts the acceleration of the aging process. So, depending on how you do this habit, it can accelerate the aging process or slow it down. So, does anybody want to guess what I'm talking about? Okay, this habit is to eat healthy. Eating healthy adds 14 years to your life, according to the studies they've done on, living a longer life, adding years to your life, adding life to your years. Uh, Eating healthy adds 14 years to your life on average. Um, so, what do I mean by eating healthy? Well, that's different for everyone. But it basically means that you want to eat mostly whole foods. A whole foods diet can slow down the aging process, and you can live years longer than if you eat more processed foods. Um, and this habit really starts with planning, right? You can't just wing, you know, you can't just wing it. You can't wing eating healthy, like I always say. It really, you have to plan it, especially this day and age. You have to, because there's so much processed food everywhere. There's so many temptations. And so, if you are not armed with healthy meals, then what do you think you're going to choose? You're going to choose what's available, and that may not be whole foods, that may be processed foods. So, you have to plan when you will go shopping and get healthy food. Plan what meals you're going to make. Have some healthy meals. Like, I have 8 to 10 meals that I rotate, that I make on a regular basis. Those are my go-tos. And every now and then I'll add in something new if I find a new recipe I want to try, or um, we'll add in something different every now and then. But I have it's probably more like, I probably have 12 to 15 meals that I rotate, like a 2-week cycle, um, that I make. And I go shopping on Fridays, and I plan out what meals I'm going to have that week. And then plan when you will cook and prep things. And I'm not big on like taking a whole afternoon to prep a week's worth of food. Some people are. And I think that that's great. If that is you, I think that's great. But what I tend to do is just make, when I do cook, like when I cook dinner, I cook a double batch. So then I have lunch for the next day. And that's what I tend to do. I just make extra when I do plan to cook, and then I have extra for the next day or two. So that's how I kind of plan and meal prep and all that kind of stuff. But you do what's best for you. Because there's tons of people that take, Sunday afternoon and they prep a bunch of food for the week. I think it's great if you can do that. But just do what works for you in your lifestyle. But the biggest thing with eating healthy is to have a plan. Have a plan for how you are going to, for when you're going to do these things. When you're going to shop for healthy food, when you're going to cook healthy food, prep it, and and then you'll have it available. So yeah, so those are my tips. And like I said, you cannot wing good health. You have to plan it, and you have to have some sort of plan for how you will get and stay healthy, for how you will do it. You can't just say I'm going to do it but not have a plan. You have to have a plan for how you will do it. So I hope these tips help. And you guys, if you need help with like learning how to create healthy habits and routines, I've created a course to help you do that. So if you need help with you know, eating healthy is good for you. Movement is healthy for you, but you don't know how to create these healthy habits, or you don't know how to get rid of your unhealthy habits that are not serving you anymore. I have a course for that. It's called Cravings to Confidence. And it helps you learn how to overcome habits that you don't want anymore, And it teaches you how to create the habits that you do want, new habits that you do want to build. And it's very easy. It's a step-by-step process. And I give you realistic actions. It's nothing like where you have to go um redo your whole life, or it's things to work into your lifestyle that are very realistic and easy, and things you can work on um, with just a few minutes a day. So um, once you have, and like in this course, once you have all these steps consistently, once you do all these steps consistently, um, you will have gotten rid of your old habits, and the habits that don't serve you anymore, and created new habits to help you get the health you want. This is what this course does. So if you need help with that, um, I'm going to leave a link to it in the comments after we get off of this live. I'm going to leave a link to it, and you can read all about it. And if you read about it and you still have questions, please feel free to leave me a comment, DM me, whatever it is, however you want to ask me the question, and I will answer it for you. And this course also includes a one-on-one session with me, a one-on-one call that you can use at any time during this course. So that is, and it's $97. I forgot to mention that. It's a $97 course that will help you uh, get rid of your old habits that you don't want anymore, help you create the habits you do want, and help you get the health you want. So if you need some kind of plan for that, then check out this course. I'll leave a link to it in the comments, like I said. Um, and that's it, you guys. I hope these tips helped you. And let me know in the comments what habits you are going to start doing, and start incorporating into your lifestyle, so you can add years to your life and add life to your years. All right, guys, I will see you next week. Bye.